You gotta do me like that, man.
Right, give me a beer. Where is it?
Scrimshaw there, Guinness Blonde, right next to it. You like Guinness, don't you?
Dude, I fucking love Guinness.
Guinness is good.
Yo, it's a good beer.
It's okay I don't like it from the bottle. I'll be honest.
Honestly, it's better. Draft is best.
Yeah, I'm a purist when it comes to Guinness. Like, it's draft or nothing.
Honestly, dude, honestly, I want to go to Ireland just to visit draft, and I'll go back to France.
All right, well, let's start it off.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, Jaslovia.
Sovia.
Welcome to our 7th podcast, I believe.
Yep, number 7.
We're missing 2 people again.
We are.
But it was
Back to the side crew of Tyler
project.
Smith, Brian, and Carlos.
Oh,
Welcome
what's
back.
going on? Thank you for having me,
Welcome back,
guys, again.
Welcome back.
You know, it's a great time.
He won the second ticket again.
Yeah, right.
Just drinking with you guys. And just
He didn't even enter this time. We
random
just picked up the
shit.
same ticket from last time.
So,
You couldn't afford the second one.
They're like, it's okay, man. We got
so,
you.
so what's the topic for tonight, my guys?
Beerfest, man.
Yeah, let's just talk about where we just came from. We actually just came from Beerfest,
At
June
the
10th.
Anaheim Stadium.
Yeah, at Anaheim Angel Stadium. We bought tickets at Groupon. It was $26 for the individual tickets or $50 for 2 people. Me and Brian got the...
Unless you got the
for
VIP pass.
honestly,
For VIP,
honestly,
Tyler fucked up, and he got the $50 for one person.
It was
Yeah, I
a great
did.
it was a great time and
Fucked up.
everything, but what I really want to talk about is Black Panther.
Oh, shit.
You all saw the Black Panther trailer, right?
We
It
did.
came out today
Wait,
at
Carl, did you see Black
the
Panther trailer?
Yeah, I saw
on the
it.
NBA Finals,
Really?
or actually, it came out yesterday. NBA Finals yesterday. Honestly, probably not the best time to release a black superhero movie, but that's just me.
Why wasn't it the best time?
Oh,
It's the NBA Finals.
oh, let's talk
like-
about this. Okay.
No, if anything, it's the perfect time. It's just
Oh, it's the perfect time. Oh, let's talk about this too. All right.
it's just good marketing,
NBA.
man.
Think about NBA. All right, just think about it for a second. Okay, you thought about it. Top players, all players.
96%
Now,
players.
Black Panther. All right, I'm a white guy. You know what I'm saying? But like, think about so white people right now. Think about it. Now think about political correctness. Oh shit!
not about
What
being-
the fuck is going on right
not-
here?
it has nothing
But
to do
at
with
the
that
same time,
correctness.
it's not a bad thing at the
It's
same
just-
time.
It's just good advertisement, man.
It is good advertisement, but political correctness at the same time. Maybe it's not the best time, but advertisement, honestly. But it's a teaser.
Yeah.
It's a teaser. Like you can release a teaser anytime.
I showed a lot for
but
a teaser, man.
You
I'm
release a black superhero movie at the NBA Finals.
Is that a bad thing?
I don't
It's
think so.
not
I
necessarily.
don't think it signifies anything.
So I'm
I really
thinking
don't.
about white person style. I guess. I guess that's how it's going on.
Well, what's the what
No, I
time
mean,
do you release
No,
a white person
the,
movie
the true
trailer?
the true fans and the true people who want to watch Black Panther. Like I want to watch Black Panther.
Same here,
Like
dude.
I don't give
Black
a fuck
Panther's rad as fuck. I
when
love Black
it's
Panther.
released. I'm gonna go and see Black Panther.
Fuck yeah.
Why? Because I love Marvel. I love superheroes. I don't care what skin color they are. I don't care what they are. I'm gonna go see it because I love superheroes.
I think Black Panther's one of like the coolest
But
Marvel
maybe
characters, like in
at
general.
that
It
time,
is pretty cool.
He's fucking
no,
he's cool.
dude, he's awesome, man.
In the comics, though, his outfit's stupid as fuck.
No, he in the comics.
I hate that. I hate that cape.
But in this movie, in the MCU, he's amazing, man. I think he's casted really well. His lines are really well, and everything is really well. Like he's at the stern character, and I'm really excited to see this movie.
Same here.
Black Panther, is because I want to see how they do it. I want to see if they do a little more serious tone or like the comedy tone.
I think it's gonna go
that
that
the
route.
MCU is usually.
From what I've seen,
known
this movie
for.
looks pretty serious.
Yeah, I don't.
And even Black Panther, like, granted, his dad died in what was it?
Yeah,
Civil
War.
War.
Civil War, yeah. So
But-
he was really
So it's a
gloomy.
sequel. I was talking about Brian about that. I do like. That's the one thing I like about Avengers is that they're not going the whole typical prequel route. Whereas like DC is going because going back to the
No.
last thing, like DC has to do origin stories, or Avengers not afraid to not do origin stories.
Yeah.
They did Civil War. They already introduced Black Panther. They're not gonna do a fucking Black Panther origin story. They're just gonna do a straight up sequel.
Yeah, that's gonna go. That's gonna jump straight into
his
it.
character's established. They don't have to do.
The only thing they're gonna
origin story.
establish is his world, well, like where he's from, Wakanda. That's it.
Yeah, so Wakanda is going to be established, but at the same time, the villain is established. It was in Avengers 2, and then Black Panther was in Civil
What's his
War.
name? The one
Yeah, the guy
Black
got
Panther.
his arm cut off.
fucking Golem, whoever the actor is, Andy Samberg.
Spoilers, I
Andy
guess.
Serkis.
But
Not Andy Serkis.
if you haven't seen it, like, stop living under a rock. So
I haven't seen it. I'm sorry.
you never
this is-
seen Avengers 2?
I didn't see Age of Ultron. I saw.
You never seen Age of Ultron?
I liked Age of
No, I
Ultron a
haven't
lot.
seen it.
I liked it better than the first
It's
one.
on Netflix.
Oh, well, I'm not gonna
It was on Netflix.
I saw Civil War. If that counts.
Oh my
Civil
god!
War. Civil War makes stuff for it.
How
You
am
don't
I
have to-
friends with you?
You don't have to watch Age of Ultron. You really
So-
It's
don't.
better.
Think about it. Think
No,
about. Think about.
okay. So
Age of Ultron. The only thing it adds is
before we get off topic, I want to talk about Black Panther still. So Black Panther.
Scarlet Witch. That's the only person it adds.
So Black Panther is an amazing character to talk about on Marvel and how successful Marvel is right now. Because think about it, they had him in another movie before they even released his origin story or a single version of him. Marvel is so connected with the people right now that they can do that. DC, Wonder Woman, she was already in Batman vs Superman,
But they're doing an origin story, a prequel. So
and then
Yep.
they did a prequel to that.
that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
You know, like, Marvel doesn't have to do that. Like, DC has to. Honestly, I feel like DC, if DC sat down and was like, hey, let's not fuck around anymore and let's figure out what the fuck we're gonna do. Honestly,
That's the dream, though, isn't
dude,
it?
that's a dream. Honestly, I'm a DC fan. I
Same here.
love DC.
DC's
I
great.
love it. I love it so much. Marvel is like at 1%. DC is like 120. I love DC. The movies, they're doing it terribly. That's what I want.
Did you see Wonder Woman?
Oh,
I know
I
it's really good, but I
love
didn't see
Wonder
it.
Woman. Whatever they say, like, on as a man's perspective, Wonder Woman gives little, like, honestly, like, all women, like, a chance to, like, focus. Because that's the first female superhero movie. Like, she was the main character. And honestly, like, that's what they want. Like, I'm surprised they haven't done that sooner. Like,
That is true, huh?
yeah,
I didn't think
that's
about that.
Yep.
that's surprising.
They never wanted to make a Wonder Woman movie because Wonder Woman's too fucking weird. Like, just look
it's not too
at the
weird
original
because
character
it's-
on paper.
She's
got a-
It's feminine. And honestly, no, it's not.
No,
'Cause
it's not that
a-
she's feminine,
She's
it's
a
that she's just
strong
too
female
weird.
role. Like, that's how.
She's wearing a stars
honestly,
and stripes medieval
all
outfit.
Female. Well,
I
okay,
think
so they pulled back away from that, but all
They did.
females should have a role model, no matter what it is.
Mm-hmm.
If I have a daughter, blah 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 blah. Like, honestly, I want more female roles in movies to show that
That's very true.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, not to get off topic, but like, yeah, Wonder Woman is a good example. Like, she's a great superhero. She's kind of, she seems like she's being the leader of the Justice League right now.
Yeah,
But,
she's totally taking the
Scarlett
front.
Johansson for what's her name, Black Widow.
Like what?
Yeah.
I read an article about that. Like, she doesn't make a good lead feminine like superhero because she just doesn't fit in with Tony Stark. She doesn't fit in with Captain America because she doesn't have her own superpowers. She's just an agent who just does martial arts, and at the end of the day, it's just like, it's just kind of awkward fitting her in with all these big fucking superhero guys. And they're just trying to fit her in when they shouldn't fit her in.
Yeah.
You know, she worked best as like in Iron Man 2 as a background actor. She
Yeah,
was really good.
She was awesome in Iron Man
She
2.
was awesome, but then now
killed
that
it.
they're trying to fit her in,
Give her more
into the
personality,
actual
she's all
just-
quirky
the
and
Avengers, it's
weird,
just like,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
it's just weird. It doesn't fit her in.
No,
You know,
what-
but Wonder Woman, I think fits. It
Yeah.
definitely fits. She's part of that lead role
Definitely.
in Justice League. But I feel like,
Well,
in contrast, where
Black Widow, honestly, I want a Black Widow movie because I think, honestly,
Yeah.
it can bring the Marvel's, like, dark side out.
Maybe
But she's not. Maybe in the beginning, but
maybe they could have
she's not the
fixed
dark
it,
side
but
character
I think
anymore.
it-
No,
Too
she's
far.
Not as
exactly.
greedy.
No, she's a spy. So maybe in the beginning she'd be like, so Black Widow is a established character, right?
Well, now she is. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, definitely she is. But at the same time, her origin story is not established. You can make
It's
it.
implied.
She wasn't meant to be. That's why.
No,
Yeah, it's okay. It adds to the
it's not meant to
it
be.
adds to her
But
character.
if you,
That's literally.
but
what
if
it
you
is.
have a Black Widow origin story, are you gonna see it? Yes or no?
Nope.
Nope.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I
will
I'm-
see the
I'm-
shit out of
I'm
that.
trying to
That'll
tell
be
you.
so interesting when she goes through that fucked up shit when she's like a child, and then she's doing
okay.
like some assassination missions, and then maybe
I'm saying.
and Hawkeye's
That's-
gonna be in it.
that's
so when
not gonna
Hawkeye
happen.
comes in,
But we're not gonna
they
get
always
that.
have the dialogue as Hawkeye and Black Widow.
Okay,
if you're not if you're not a comic reader, you're not gonna know all those references. But you can bring those references back and be like, "Hey, do you remember this point?" They can have that point where they meet, and all of a sudden, it's a big event, and you're like, "Oh, I remember that."
That's all well and
They
good.
talked about it in Civil War, like, "Oh my God, what's going on right now?"
Brian has
liquor
taken
bottle.
control of this
I
podcast.
have a liquor
I,
bottle in
I,
his
I have
right
a
hand.
bottle of Jack and a beer in both my
Jeez.
hands right
Maybe
now.
both of them.
But
I'll
I'm
talk
saying,
to-
like, that's honestly, if that's the Black Widow I want.
Okay.
The Black Widow is already established, but I want all those maybe references I don't understand explained. Like, you can have that reference where Hawkeye and Black Widow just said like one line into it, but that would be the greatest reference of the movie universe. Like, I would love Black Widow. I love Scarlett Johansson. She's amazing. She's so sexy. But if you have her plus a villain like maybe like, I don't know, from the Hunger Games. What's her name?
Or the one who plays Katniss?
Katniss Everdeen.
What is her name? Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh,
Is
Jennifer
that her?
Lawrence as a villain, and maybe they make out.
Oh my god.
Amazing.
Oh god. All right. Okay. Well, I'm not the
I'm a
derail
little
this
off
train.
target.
Okay.
But like they kiss, like
What?
I would sit down and be like, "Oh, watch this movie 20
Not
times."
to cut your rant
Yeah.
short.
What?
But all right.
Yeah, what I'm trying to say is.
But like, no, a Black
damn
a
it.
no, but the Black Widow movie, like origin story, would honestly like when she grew up and she had to go through all the stuff, and at the very end she became a Shield agent. I would love to watch that movie.
I mean, yeah, but I think right now I wouldn't want to watch that movie because it's too far down the rabbit hole. They already established all the characters. If it was before,
They wouldn't do that
if
with
they
the
did-
Marvel formula how it is now.
If they did,
They would never make a movie
if they
that
did a Black
gritty.
Widow, even a Black Widow TV show, I would have bought it. I would have been like, okay, that's cool. I would watch that.
Yeah.
And I would establish her as a main character. But the fact that she was a secondary character in Iron Man 2, and now all of a sudden she's just a main character because she needs to fucking meet a quota, and like, it just doesn't work.
It's
for me.
it's not me to quote it. It's just
It is.
It is. It's
I-
totally.
I-
It's
honestly,
the Marvel
I
formula, dude.
just wanna
You have
see
to
it.
follow the Marvel formula, and they're not going to do a sexy ass femme fatale movie.
it
okay.
doesn't have to be sexy. The sexiness is just my
It
own
doesn't have
personal
to be, but it's
preference.
just there.
Well, that's what I mean. I don't
It's
mean
my
like
own
sexy
personal
as in
preference,
like,
you know, like
she's
how she
sporting
has like
lingerie.
it zipped out. It's like
Like take James Bond. He's sexy, from a woman's perspective.
okay.
Like because like imagine that, but like with a female role. Of course, she's going to be considered sexy from a male perspective.
Okay, so
But you wouldn't get that from a Marvel movie now.
you're saying James Bond's sexy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So have you heard the rumors of the next James Bond going to be female? It's going to be Jane Bond.
I mean, I'm cool with that. I don't really.
No, okay, so
It's the same character.
she
Just like going to be wearing a sexy dress, banging people in a casino. It's,
The next movies they're talking about Loki playing him, and they're playing. They're
wait,
talking,
Loki's going to play James Bond?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So the actor Loki,
Yeah.
I don't know his name,
Me either.
is gonna play James Bond, or this black dude's gonna play James Bond, which is no.
Which
cool.
black dude?
I-
There's a few of them out there.
It's some black dude. You know, honestly, that'd be pretty interesting. And that is gonna be a.
Have you guys seen the trailer for Atomic Blonde
Yes.
with
And-
Charlize Theron? That would be an awesome Black Widow movie. Just
And
this badass chick
then
going
it'll be
around
very
killing
quiet.
people.
Oh
like,
fuck!
whoa, nice one.
I read it. I saw a good YouTube video that talked about how the action in
Atomic
Blonde is so good because in the sense where she's actually a female fighting a bunch of guys, and she's not the strongest.
No, but she knows how to fight, and she
knows
uses
how
like
to
her
fight.
environment, and
And
it's
she
like
uses
really
her
fucking.
environment where it says she uses the fact that she knows she's a female. It's not the fucking sense where she's a badass fighter and she'll just overpower everything. It's not the feminist approach. It's just the fact that she knows what she has in her
And she
arsenal,
uses it.
And she uses it.
That's what's
She'll
so
fucking
dope.
Nut check them, do whatever it takes, and I think that's awesome. Like,
Yeah.
I would want to see that movie.
Like it's killer. I'm so pumped for this movie. Like just watching trailers, I'm like, fuck. I hope it's good.
Super realistic action. I love
Yeah, it's
action
super
movie
bad.
that's super realistic. Top action movies.
Yeah.
Old Boy.
Oh, dude.
Best.
The original Old Boy.
Oh yeah,
The
where's Joe
original
Boy?
Oh, yeah.
I remember I watched that when I was super stoned. Oh my god, that hallway scene was the best scene ever.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
so if you've never heard of Old Boy, look up Old Boy, but don't look up American Old Boy.
No,
look
fuck
up the
that.
original
Yeah.
Old Boy. It was like Korean movie. It's honestly foreign movie. It's the best
English subbed.
Yeah,
not
dude.
dubbed.
Yeah.
But English subbed.
English subbed. Best.
No, actually dubbed. Actually, I like dubbed better.
Sorry.
English.
So
Dubbed.
weird.
Okay.
But subbed or dubbed, original Old Boy.
It's really
Nice.
Greatest movie.
Been there.
It's
Wait.
so good.
There's so much in depth about how that fighting scene was the best fighting scene ever, or one of the best choreographed fighting scenes.
No, I've seen some Japanese samurai movies.
Yeah.
But just
So
I just think that hallway scene was great. Like I don't want to get in depth because people probably didn't see it, but in the
Oh yeah.
sense where
We'll
the camera,
spoil everything on this podcast, but we won't spoil Old Boy. Go watch Old Boy. We won't spoil
honestly,
that.
Go watch the original Old Boy. It's
fine.
honestly
It's
the
not
best
really,
movie
it's not really
ever.
spoiling. It's just spoiling the camera angle, but basically the camera.
It's like 2D.
Well, going back to Old Boy in the American version, the camera.
Well, no, don't talk about.
I had to talk about it. Okay, in any action movie, what happens? The camera always focuses on the main character because they want you to know this, because it goes back to what Tyler said a few podcasts ago. People, the movie industry thinks people are stupid, so they have to focus the camera on the main character so you can know this is the main character. Old Boy, the actual version, the real version, the Japanese version or Korean, sorry, it focuses not on the main character. It actually just focuses randomly. So it goes between the hallway, so the character's fighting all these people, so you don't know who the main character is, and you just get that feeling where you don't know if he's gonna win or not. It creates a different scenario for you, whereas like the American version, it focuses straightly on the main character, and you know he's gonna win because he's the main part of that scene. It's just so different. It's just subtle differences. It's so cool. You should listen to the actual camera work. Like
Honestly, this movie's so good.
it really
But-
is.
It's a good movie.
Let's get back to main topic right now. I'm sorry that we went on a tangent, but female superheroes as the main character. Yes or no? Because
Wait, was that the main topic?
no,
I feel like that was a side part of
That's what
it.
we've been talking about
Okay,
the whole
okay.
entire
Alright,
time.
sure.
Yeah,
I don't
alright.
care.
Yeah,
If
yeah, fuck it.
it's the
Let's
superhero's
roll
the main
this, yeah.
character,
I'll ride this
Yeah.
train. I don't give a shit.
Like,
Yeah, fuck it. Let's go.
What if you had Squirrel Girl as the main character?
Squirrel Girl has basically become a girl version of Deadpool. Like she is total like fourth wall breaking, weird
Okay,
scenario
so-
having.
Maybe not. But honestly, so all the superheroes are all males.
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a few.
No, for 100%.
Yeah,
Name
okay.
two superhero movies besides Wonder Woman. So Wonder Woman's one.
You can't.
Name a second one.
Movies, you can't. There are none.
You can't. And honestly, I feel bad for it. I don't have any kids, but if I have a girl, I want her to be like, hey, look at this superhero. She's Wonder Woman. I want you to be exactly like Wonder Woman. Super strong, like who the fuck plays Wonder Woman? Dude. If you honestly look up the actress of Wonder Woman, she's Israeli soldier. And honestly, perfect role model. Perfect role model for girls. That's who I want my fucking little girl to be like. And honestly, it's too sad that we don't
have enough of that. Yeah.
We don't have enough of that. It's a male-dominated society. So
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. No, like it's. I know I go one way and the other, and you'll hear me a lot doing that on the podcast. But I'm usually against feminist approach, like hardcore feminist.
No,
but
hardcore feminist approach. I'm totally against. But like equal opportunity and equalism, and that's what I agree upon. But like some feminists are fucking like, let's cut off all males' nipples. What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm exactly on your side in the sense where like Wonder Woman, for girls to look up to that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Like, that really does. Like, she seems like I'm not really interested in her because I can't relate to her, but I could see how other people would relate to her, and I'm all for that. That's really cool. A lot of people like Wonder Woman, and I like that. But I just don't like that. Okay, I know this may be off topic, but like I don't like for example, I think it was Finding Dory.
Yeah.
I never seen it.
They advertised the shit out of the fact that they were gonna implement like the first lesbian cast in a Disney movie, or like they would. A lot of movies do that where they would actually announce that we're gonna announce this.
So Halo 5 basically.
Yeah, like they would announce like, hey, we're gonna be a feminist movie, so you should listen to our movie.
Yeah, you should come check it out. Oh yeah, super.
We're gonna be a
positive
gay
message.
movie. It's just like you shouldn't advertise that. It's like something that should be already stated. And
Yeah, it should just stand on its own. You shouldn't have to fucking like, oh, look at us, we're so progressive, come see.
But at the same time, the progressiveness brings in maybe a couple people. So
I mean, I feel like it's kind of backwards.
So feminism, I feel like some feminism, maybe like 20 to 30% are like true feminists, like equal opportunity to men, and that's it. That's all they want. And there's other feminists like, no, we're better than men, but we're not gonna say it. They should cut off their nipples and do all this crazy shit for us.
They say that you should cut off your nipples.
Crazy.
So there's one
feminist.
second of
Everyone's-
feminism that honestly. So when you're in the womb, everyone starts off as females, right?
Yeah.
And then at one point we develop nipples, and before we develop any major organs, but okay, so maybe not scientifically, biology, blah blah blah, but we develop our nipples first, true, and then we develop our sex. So before we develop our sex, we develop our nipples. So all males that have nipples develop them as females, and then our balls drop basically in the womb, and then we got birth. So some feminists believe all males that are born should cut off their nipples because there is no reason for men to have nipples, which is true, but that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So you're gonna
nuts.
say like, oh no, we shouldn't do fucking like do all this crazy shit to females, but we should do all this crazy
cheeks because they don't ever use them.
Yeah, like we should do all this crazy shit to males. Like that's fucked up. Even their children. Like, what are you gonna do? Circumcision, I think, is kind of crazy at the same time, but that's a whole nother topic. But that's feminists thinking like, no, males should cut off the nipples because there's no need for them because only females use their nipples. That's fucking crazy.
One of the craziest things I heard is that like stuff like the ski resorts, like skiing down a mountain, that's a sign of sexism because it's a sign of masculinity because guys want to have a very large pathway down the. I don't even fucking know, but I know that was one of the arguments. Like it just goes crazy. Exactly.
What?
I can't even start explaining it because it sounds so dumb. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
they say
so
that,
if you're a female, I'm sorry for this conversation, but like, that's the craziest bullshit ever. Like,
yeah, I'm not gonna say all females think like that. I just know what the one that aren't.
If I snowboard or ski down the mountain, I want a big path because I'm not that good. I don't want to fucking hit a tree. I want to go center down the lane. Make sure
see, you're sexist because you're trying to show masculinity by wanting to ski down a mountain, a very big mountain. And
who?
It was.
I want to ski down a mountain because maybe it's fun, but I'm not gonna ski down a mountain. It's like, oh, I have a small dick. What would be cool? Skiing down the mountain. Like, no, I want to ski down a mountain because, like, people do that. That's kind of fun. dude. Some feminism is crazy.
Yeah.
Most I feel like 30 to 40% feminism is needed in the world, as is
Racism.
racial equality.
Nah, I'd say a good like
believe
70 or 80% is like positive. It's just the nut jobs who take it too far.
Yeah,
Every
those nut
organization
jobs
has its
always take
extremists.
it too
Going back to
far.
what I said earlier, it's
And
just,
that's the problem that ruins everything. Is the nut jobs.
There's a difference between equality and there's a difference between vengeance.
Yeah.
There's
It's
a
just
difference
trying to
between,
like take it
like,
over.
I want everything to be back equal and everybody have their equal opportunities, or you know what, you guys fucked up, so we're gonna turn the tables and you guys are gonna get the lower end of the stick.
Yeah.
But enough of that.
Oh yeah. Anyway, positive superheroes or positive role models for women.
Well, let's go back to the Beerfest. Not to go back to that, but
Oh, Beerfest. Yeah.
yeah. So
that we never talked about.
What was,
Yeah.
what was your favorite beer that you tried?
I liked the one that didn't taste like barf.
We tried.
What was that?
What was it? Apple cider? Or was it two?
I took a picture of it. Hold on. I took a picture of it before we drank it.
Just
So
to
now,
know
not yeah.
what was the one?
I'm glad I did because now I can say like, hey, this
He
one
said,
tests.
He said, "Do you want between apple or pineapple
It's
cider?"
no,
or
it was apple cider. It was like red apple or pineapple. Yeah,
And we tried the pineapple.
yeah. It was
Pineapple was barf.
Honest Abe cider mead wine brandy. All that. Honest
Honest
Abe. It's
Abe.
called. I'll send you the picture for the podcast, Carlos. But
Well, honestly, Abe,
not to talk shit
Yeah.
on anyone. But dude, the pineapple tasted like straight up barf.
this is like if you were to drink a whole bunch of alcohol at a party
Mm-hmm.
and you went to the restroom to try to hide the fact that you felt sick and you threw up in your mouth and had to suck it in before anyone saw.
That's straight
And
up
that's
just
the
what it tastes
flavor
like.
you had.
That
Yep.
was the flavor. You
God,
got.
it was so gross.
Yeah, it was pretty
Ever
bad.
since you told me that, I was like, ugh, it's so gross.
Right? You couldn't even. I almost want to pour it out, but I had to drink it to be polite.
I just
Why they
chugged
weren't
it.
watching you anymore?
But on the flip side of that, my favorite was the gingerbread brown ale from the
Really?
Real Brew Company.
It was pretty
They had a cool tab too. It was like a movie reel. I don't know. I like movie stuff. It's cool they had a theme. I dug it. And they're in Hollywood too, so that was pretty rad. Or were they in Hollywood or LA? I don't know. I'll look up their location. I'll take another picture of them. I'll send it to you, Carlos.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, those are the two that stood out the most to me. Was
Yeah, I feel like they should definitely next. I don't know who hosted. I think this was Rockstar who hosted it. If you guys are
it was
listening-
Monster.
A Monster. If you guys
That's
are
all. I saw
listening,
a bunch of monster trucks and
Next
Monster.
event, you guys should definitely reward the people who actually bought your fucking VIP tickets.
Yeah, I love Monster. I drink it all the time. I'm a big supporter of the fucking company and all their motocross Daredevil bullshit. But fuck you guys, because I paid an extra $30 fucking for no goddamn reason.
For coming an hour early. Actually, we came 20 minutes later.
We did, but, like, everyone
that's
already
our
let
fault.
in, yeah.
That is our fault, but still.
They were already letting everyone in by the time we got there. Like there was no VIP line. That's such horse dick.
The regular tickets, which was, I don't know, $25, which it was 3 p.m. starting where you can go inside. But for VIP, it was $50, 2 p.m. That's literally the only difference.
That
Would you
was
really
it.
want to spend $30 extra? to
We
go
were
in and-
promised. I don't know exactly, but I know for
A lot
for
more
sure
than
we were
an
promised
hour
a
early.
seating area, which there was no seats. The only seat in the whole goddamn place was being used by the guy telling me about how they don't have seating for the VIP class. And it was just, they also said like additional shows, private drinking spots, and it was just a bunch of shit they didn't deliver on.
Yeah.
So it's like, cool. Here's my
So
fucking-
basically, don't trust the government.
yeah, more or less.
So,
VIP passes don't mean shit, and jet fuel can't
but
melt
at the
steel
same
beams.
time, like, so many hot bitches there. Like, I'm sorry I use
I
bitches,
think you
but,
mean
like,
attractive
girls.
bitches.
Oh
Let's not be
my
offensive.
God. That's how I want to eat those booties, bro.
Oh my god. Booties.
I know you're talking about Elder Scrolls Morrowind.
Yeah, so I've recently been talking
Really?
about Elder
Yeah.
Scrolls Morrowind. I've been looking it up. Like, it actually looks like a pretty good game. So Elder Scrolls, when it first came out, we
For
played it.
You mean for ESO?
When it first
online?
came out,
Elder
it
Scrolls
was
online. Yeah.
Yeah,
it
not the
wa- it was
original Morrowind.
awful.
We're talking about.
But I'm gonna be honest.
We're talking
with you,
about
it was
Elder Scrolls
awful.
Online
But
here.
with the new updates and everything, A+. Like, if you love Skyrim, play this game is a little bit different.
That's a tall order, man.
I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit different.
Tall order.
But
I feel like
it's the Elder. You have the Elder Scrolls essence in the MMO experience.
I feel like when Skyrim came out, Skyrim created a division between Elder Scrolls fans.
Yeah,
they created
absolutely
the whole new fan era, which is fucking just people that want action.
No one had
RPGs.
ever heard of Elder Scrolls until Skyrim. Like it blew up.
Action RPGs. I'm not trying to say we're hipster and all that shit, but
no, we're a little hipster.
We're a little hipster. We've been there before, and they, you know, you got the new people coming in like, yeah, I love RPGs. You're playing action RPGs, which is Skyrim. And then there's the whole old fans that want like Morrowind and shit, and they play Skyrim, and they still like it because Skyrim is pretty good. I don't personally like Skyrim that much, but I know people do like Skyrim for good reasons. And this new game, Elder Scrolls Online, it's a good game, but it's weird because I don't say this a lot, but with MMORPGs like World of Warcraft and shit, this game I had more fun playing it single player than I did with people in a party, which is really weird because like I remember playing with you guys. I remember playing with you guys. I played with one of my friends, Ramon, and he would like rush me all the time. He'd be like, "Oh, let's just go to this quest. Okay, just skip the dollar. Let's go to this next quest. All right, let's go to this quest. All right, let's go to the dungeon. All right, let's do the dungeon 5 more times." And I didn't have a fun time at all. But then when I played by myself, like, you know what? I'm just gonna play my own character. I was on a pirate island. I forgot what the name was, but as a not as a red guard, but I was on the red guard island.
Yeah, you're on the, on that side of it. Yeah. I can't remember the name of the team.
It was actually really fun. I had a really good time listening to the story and all that. So I had a more fun time playing it as an Elder Scrolls game than as an MMORPG game.
Yeah, because it was kind of meant for that format. It wasn't meant to be played as an MMO, and it just kind of like loses all of its luster when you are forced to play that genre.
You almost kind of need to find your friend group that will listen to the storyline and will pay attention.
Yeah.
Like with me and you, Tyler, when me and you play, it's like, I don't know, I'd rather listen to the storyline than actually just hurry up in the game. Like Divinity.
Yeah, like we enjoy like playing
videos, like, yeah, Divinity, we kind of do skip along the storyline, but sometimes I do really read it really quickly. But
we skip through the bullshit, but we take in the bits that are important.
I understand what's going on, but I wish I did pay attention more to the storyline.
Yeah.
I would want to, but it's just the whole point that you want to get the audience to catch up.
Well, it kind of goes back to that one YouTube guy I told you about. He talks about why Fallout 3 is garbage in compared to the first games, because it's a H Bomber guy. That's his name. He talks about why the first Fallout games are like amazing, and why Fallout 3 is garbage because it's a whole different game and you totally lose all the feel of it. It's like an hour and a half rant about why he hates Fallout 3, and I get that. I get where you're coming from, but at the same time, like, it's a totally different like genre. Like, you can't really talk shit. I can't talk shit on Elder Scrolls Online because it's so much different from Morrowind.
Yeah, I know. I rebutted with that when you told me that. I said that I don't like. I heard the guy's rant. I haven't heard what he had to say, but
it's not worth your time.
Yeah, already hearing.
It's an hour and a half about just kind of.
I don't
bitching.
I don't like that people say that Fallout 3 is better than Fallout 1 and 2. That already is a red flag to me because Fallout 1 and 2 is so different than Fallout 3.
Completely.
I already seen it. I know. Yeah. I haven't played it, so I know I can't say a lot.
And if you're not into that genre of gaming, it is literally unplayable. I tried to pick it up. It was the hardest thing ever.
It's top down. You do your own shit. It's you could play it on the fucking phone. That's how much processing power it takes.
Yeah.
It's a totally different game. Not that it's bad,
yeah,
but I'm saying it's a totally different genre. You don't fucking say that Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask is better than Call of Duty Modern
It's almost
Warfare.
Like a...
I mean, it is, but just... No, but I'm just saying, I wouldn't defend it because it's a totally different genre. It's like how I told Tyler. It's you can't say fucking this certain Led Zeppelin is better than... I don't know.
Mozart?
No, better than Straight Out of... or NWA. It's totally a different genre.
Yeah, totally different.
You.
So it's like, well, of course you would think that because it's a whole different kind of music.
They grew up differently. It's totally different genre.
Oh my god.
What?
No, something different.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Fallout 1 and 2 is just a different era, different processing power, different engine.
They did as much as they could with what they were given.
Yeah.
If they had the ability to create Fallout 3, They probably would have, and they did. They made it when they had the
called
ability
Fallout
to
3.
make a game with that potential. They did.
Goes back to like, okay, like that's why I hate saying that my best game that I ever liked was Majora's Mask. I hate saying that because I feel like an asshole. Because
Yeah.
I know games nowadays are totally different than Majora's Mask.
Yeah, you feel kind of like a hipster. You feel like you're still like, oh, the old games
Yeah.
are better. And
Yeah,
I hate doing that too.
Because Majora's Mask,
It's like-
was my favorite game as a memory as a kid. But I know
Dude, Majora's Mask, greatest Zelda game. I haven't played the last two ones, but Majora's
Alright.
Mask
but
is a much darker feel.
it is yeah.
Perfect
Like
game.
I could go on about that, but
And it's so
just saying,
much different
Playing
than
it
the other
now,
ones.
I'd be like, what the fuck is this shit? I would, no matter how much times you retexture it, no matter how much times you,
It's still very.
it's still
very dated
so
and, like,
cliche. It's so like,
yeah,
what
it's
is this?
the same
If
kind
you
of thing.
made
It's
a
even the same
retexture-
character models from the first game.
if
It's
you
kinda like,
retextured it, I wouldn't care. It just looks dumb.
I'd still say it holds up, even though it's not my favorite Zelda game. But it has so much to it that's so different. Whether it's Deku Link, Zora Link, and Goron Link, like that's so cool.
Oh yeah, definitely that.
Being Goron Link is like the coolest thing ever. Roll around like I'm fucking Sonic the Hedgehog. Fucking
Oh, yeah, I
nuts.
remember putting on the mask. It was the
Yeah.
scariest.
Oh, yeah, he's all like,
as a kid,
"Whoa."
I would close my eyes as he was putting on the Zora mask because like it was.
Yeah,
just so
it's
fucking
kind of
scary.
creepy.
Yeah, it was. But going back to that, it's just
Things were different back then, and they did what they could with what they had. But
You
now that
can't
we're on this
say-
new level of gaming,
it's a totally. You have to have a line. I think there should be a line between nostalgia games and current games.
yes, absolutely.
It's not fair to current gamers because there's so
Mm-hmm.
much of these, and I'm part of this because I'm getting old, so I'm part of the old era of nostalgia gamers who like Zelda, who like I don't know what the fuck, whatever else,
Yeah,
the GameCube games and all that. I'm part of that era, but I think it's unfair to the new era of who people who want to be, and they're like, oh, it's a shitty game, it's a shitty game. It's all about it's all about fucking asteroids. It's
Yeah.
all about.
like I don't.
It's
Skyrim
okay.
isn't.
So we're
Okay.
we're hitting a.
A point.
I think we're hitting a point. So always, when you grow up, you're gonna have a point in your life like, oh no, Astros is the best. No, Legend of Zelda was the best. Blah 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 blah. Always in that point, you're always gonna have the
It's
best.
based on experience, yeah. Your generation.
So we're hitting a point, maybe where the climax of video games was our point in life, but at the same time, maybe not. So, can we talk about those games anymore? So, oh hey, no, a new Zelda came out, Breath of the Wild, but it's not as good as Ocarina of Time. But you've been playing Ocarina of Time for 10 years now, and Breath of the Wild just came out. So, what are you going to pick from it?
Yeah, it's like you tell any kid, you're playing fucking what's the new Zelda game? Oh, Breath of the Wild.
Mm-hmm.
Play Breath of the Wild. Try Ocarina of Time. It's 10 times better. They'll play. They'll be like, "What the fuck is this shit?
Yeah,
It's the shittiest game I've ever played." And they're right. It is because it's so old. It's like
I don't know. When did you beat? When
I don't
did you
know.
beat? Ocarina of Time.
Ocarina of Time. Fuck, I was probably in 6th grade, so that was
You're 11.
8 years ago. 9 years, almost 10 years ago.
Yeah. What about you're 11? Brian, how old were you when you beat Ocarina of Time? Do you remember?
Do Ocarina of Time? Seriously? I was like 16. Because I bought Ocarina of Time when I was a child. I couldn't beat it. I couldn't get past Jabba's belly. Dude, honestly, it was the hardest shit in my life.
Yeah.
Now when I play it, it's like
That's how I met-
ridiculously easy.
That's how I met most of my friends. Like I met,
Like,
I met Ramon
fuck,
like
man.
that playing. Back then, playing games. I don't know if you guys know the new generation is like it's cool if you play video games, but back then you were kind of a nerd.
Yeah, back in the day,
Yeah, back in the day,
kind of
so
frowned upon.
It was kind of you gotta be low key about it, and that's how I met Ramon, and how I met Tyler. We would be in class and be like, "Oh, you like Zelda? Oh, like we should totally."
I also like Zelda.
We should hang out, and I haven't beat the Water Temple. You
Meet
wanna
me
meet
at this
with me?
address. Bring a GameCube controller.
That's pretty much how we met, was through gaming.
Yeah.
But back then it was totally different as to how it is now, where it's just bigger.
Yeah, it's like this huge scene, absurd scene, which is like huge companies just dishing out shit left and right. And if you're not in it, you're not in it.
Well, maybe, yeah. I mean, going back to that, how we talked about how once VR comes out, I feel like VR, virtual reality, once it comes out, there's going to be two separate markets for it as opposed to one. There's going to be the VR market, these kids who want to be into virtual reality, and these other guys who just want to play a game on their TV screen.
Yeah.
I don't think there's going to be a one.
It's going to be just going to change with the times. Oh, but sorry, back to what I was saying about Ocarina of Time. The reason I brought up, like, how old were you to beat it? Because, like, most people say, like, oh, they're kids and they beat it, but, like, I was about Brian's age, 16, like, when he beat it. Or he's not 16 now, but he was when he beat it.
16,
Yeah, like, I was pretty old.
That's 20 years ago.
Yeah, when I first got it, I got on the Zelda Collector's Disc. I never played on the 64. I played on the GameCube. And I got up to Phantom Ganon, and I just couldn't fucking beat him. Like, he was fucking impossible for me to beat him. I was like, okay, whatever. I'm going to play the demo for...
That was Majora's Mask?
No, that was Ocarina of Time.
Phantom Ganon.
It's one where he's running through the paintings. He's in the Forest Temple.
Oh, Forest Temple.
Wasn't that Majora's Mask?
No, that's
Ocarina of Time.
man. Majora's Mask.
It's like the first temple when you're older, Link.
That four temples was...
Remember?
Badass, yeah.
Yeah. Because you have to shoot him with your bow and arrow through the paintings. But anyway, yeah, I couldn't beat him until I was like a freaking adult. Then when I finally came back and beat the game, I was like, dude, this game was great. I didn't see fucking Ganon until I was already a man.
Hey, it's relative to your actual age.
Right? And then when I saw him, I was kind of like blown. Yeah, right? It took me 7 years, just like Link. Had to grow up. But I was super like blown away when I first saw Ganon for the first time after beating Ganondorf. He's got like the two swords, he's all pigged out, and he's got these big old tusks. I was like, dang, like, how have I never seen this character model before in all these years? Like, that was a trip to me, because like I'd never seen him before. It was a surprise, like after all these years.
I read about that. This one made like games like Links to the Past. I noticed a lot of old games are like that. A good example is Links to the Past. You go through the whole game, you end up at Hyrule. I don't know if it's Hyrule, but you end up somewhere, and you think you're about to beat it, and you figure out there's this whole new realm, and there's this dark world that you got to beat the rest of the game. A lot of games are like that. Like even Pokemon, Crystal. I think you go through the whole region, and you figure out there's a whole other region. You have to go sail there, and you got to beat it again.
Yeah.
I noticed a lot of games were like that back then. And now it's just more like straightforward. You beat the game.
And then buy the DLC.
Ocarina of Time was exactly. Ocarina of Time was like that. You play as a kid. You think you're about to beat the game, and then once you beat the game, you realize you have to fucking be an adult and beat the game again.
Yeah.
It's just fucking good. Like
yeah, it's like when you think you're done, you're not. Like there's a whole other part to it. I really miss that about video games. I feel like a lot more video games need to bring that back. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like once you get to the end goal,
it's a whole entire experience and a different generation of game. So you can't say that. Honestly, you can't say that because when we grew up in video games, I remember I stand in front of my TV trying to play video games and trying to beat that one level in Majora's Mask. Not Ocarina of Time because I was fucking way too young. But Majora's Mask, GameCube, Sunshine Mario, all that stuff. Like I was there. I was like, you know what? Next game console, boom. 2 years
You're
before,
really loud.
No, honestly, like 2 years before it even came out, I was like, I know it's coming out. I'm saving up for it. So I know.
Sorry.
I know. I grew up as a gamer, man. I fucking knew. Dude, I love Nintendo. I grew up on Nintendo. I don't care. Like, I haven't been faithful to Nintendo. I don't admit that shit. But Nintendo and
cheater.
And the fucking,
well, what have they done to earn their loyalty?
No,
you know?
my loyalty is always Nintendo. I'm a PC gamer now, but I will always buy Nintendo products.
PC
I'm looking
Master
into the Wii Switch right now. I'm looking into the Wii U right now.
Is my favorite.
Like, which one should I pick? Right now, like that's what I'm looking into. Honestly,
the Wii Switch 360.
What?
The Wii Switch 360.
What do you
It's
guys?
a new game.
So that's what people are into. Their generation. Who chooses what they want is what they grew up on. So if you grew up on the Xbox, you're gonna stay faithful to Xbox because, like, oh, you know, I was 5, I was playing Gears of War, blah blah blah, and you're all into that. If hey, me, I was playing a Super Nintendo when I was 5. Like, my first console was Super Nintendo. I've had my parents tell me, like, hey, if I had to do anything different, I would not buy you video games. I'd be like, you a dumb bitch. No, I honestly told that to my mom. I was like, you dumb. Like, I love video games. And I told her why I love video games. Like, honestly,
It's everything.
if anything I would change in my life, I would not change video games. Video games is my life. I love video games.
Creativity. I feel bad for the new kids now. Like, I really do. They have all these just things thrown at them.
Yeah.
These different games, these different.
It's like all this.
apps.
It's crap.
Like,
It's
the
all
apps,
crap.
Not to get into the apps, but like apps are just so. They require no.
It's quality over
brain.
Or quantity over quality. Sorry. But yeah, it's just how it is. Just a bunch of crap with no substance.
There's literally apps called.
Honestly, if you look at our content as children, we had no content.
What you mean, like?
So
Yeah,
So
no,
so for us,
no.
we hit the hourglass point. So when we were kids, we hit the hourglass point. So when we were going in, there's a lot of games that closed in on content and increased on, like, video production and all the other things. And so we hit that point, and then we came out on it. So now we're experiencing a golden age. So in the 80s and 90s, I would say, early 80s, early 90s, we hit a golden age of video games, man. We were like, hey, man, Disney can make a video game about Lion King.
Shrek.
What? The
Lion
DreamWorks, not
King,
Disney.
like Aladdin. Like, I remember, dude, those games are still really, really good because they're platformers.
Yeah, the Lion King
now
Disney
we're
game, that
hitting
was
up-
really good.
Then we hit age.
People love that game.
We want graphics. We want dialogue. We want animations. We want all these other things into the game by itself, and then all of a sudden it just became shit. Like, hey, the character in the cutscene is moving its arms now, but there's no content and gameplay. And then we hit a golden age with, like, Xbox 360, Xbox One, and third and fourth generations of games. That now we have that content, and we have the experience.
No, that's a good example. I know we're talking about that Beerfest. Like, use an example of Fallout.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Fallout. What? Oh, here we go.
Yeah. So Fallout
Was get off of me. Yeah, Fallout was very the new one.
You gotta open it twice.
You get-
Try it again. There you
I
go.
tried to
All right.
Open my bathroom door.
Okay, and there it
You
goes.
got it. Okay.
Yeah, you got it.
Fallout, the new one, you know, everybody
Fallout 4.
wanted Fallout 4. Everybody wanted content. I mean, of course, that's a given.
Yeah.
People want content. People want games. But
People want games that last
but most
long. People want
important
games
of
that are
all
gonna
of
keep
that,
you occupied.
and the most questionable is people want voice acting. That's a very good example. People want voice acting because they want the game to reach a new level. They want
Of immersion, I
of
guess.
immersion. They want games to reach the new generation. It's supposed to be the future, which is voice acting. Everything should be voice acted.
I
And
guess.
that's what me and Brian were talking about. And Tyler is like.
I'm very on the
and-
I'm on the opposite end of that.
Yeah, Brian made that good point. It's like once there's only a significant amount of money you could put into a game.
Yeah.
So like Fallout 4, people wanted voice acting and they knew that. So they put all their money into voice acting. Well, not all their money, but a significant amount of their money.
Good chunk of it.
And then there's a leeway. Like once you put money into voice acting, you gotta pay those voice actors, and then after that, where's the content of the quests? There's not that much because people don't realize how much money it takes to put in voice acting.
Yeah, especially that much.
Especially for RPGs, because you gotta say, what if I choose this route? What if I choose this route for this quest? What if I choose to be a bad guy? What if I choose to be a good
You won't
guy?
get every line of dialogue on one run through.
Every line of dialogue.
You gotta do like
And then
50 run throughs to get all the lines of dialogue.
Plus, especially Bethesda, which I don't like, but fine. Bethesda's going the route of the main character, the playable character, is supposed to have a voice.
That's so retarded.
So much more money.
And it's
And
just
you
dumb.
gotta
It ruins the immersion of RPG.
You gotta, well, not even that. You just gotta dumb down the quests because it takes more money to make more quests. It's just all about money now, and I understand that because a lot of video game industries don't make a lot of money now, and it sucks.
No, honestly, that's not true because video games are a multi-billion-dollar corporation now.
Well, even if they are, all they care about is fucking saving money.
But the thing is, with RPGs and like having the main character as a having a voice, that's what one problem is. Like, I can think the main character is like, oh, I talk like this, blah, 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 blah. But he really talks. He talks like this. Like all of a sudden, I'm like, okay, that's how he talks. Like all of a sudden, I'm not the character. No, I'm just playing a character.
Yeah, we talked about this last time you were on when we were comparing Fallout 4 to The Witcher. Whereas Witcher, you play as what's his name?
Geralt.
You play as Geralt, yeah.
Like you're Geralt.
Yeah, you know this character. You know his voice. You know who he is. So
like you don't get the look. It's like, oh, Geralt looks like this. No, Geralt looks like this.
Yeah,
this
you're not
Geralt.
customizing Geralt.
You play Geralt. That's it. You're done. And you're gonna play Geralt through the game.
Yeah, I'm playing his story. That's why I'm invested in it.
You're playing Geralt's story. But Fallout 4 is like, you play your story.
Yeah, I want to play my story. I don't want to play Sad Dad.
What he looks like, but you don't get to sound like him, or you don't get. No, I think that really breaks it.
Totally. Yeah.
Like honestly,
Completely
I'd rather be
breaks
like, you play this character. That's who you play, and be like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not playing. I don't want to play your character. I want to play mine.
Yeah.
Certain things change, but yeah, certain things are like the variable in that, or things differ. Or Dragon Age Inquisition did the exact same thing. Had a voice acted character, one of 3 voices. All voices sucked ass, and they were the same voices for every race.
Compare it to Dragon Age 1,
where you didn't have a voice.
Play any race, you can play a different species. You could play a fucking, I don't even know, elf.
Yeah, elf, dwarf, human. I think that's it.
No,
mage. That's not a race.
Play a different race, but you could have their background. It's just.
And you kind of get involved in your own character because it's like.
I get it. Like, it's the new age. People want they want voice acting for everything now because they want that whole feeling is like, okay.
Yeah.
The old games were all about texting or texts.
Yeah, text-based immersion.
Immersion.
You could say that.
But now it's voice acting, but it's like, if you can't do it, you can't do it.
Yeah.
Put back text.
Like put it back. I can read. Stop promoting illiteracy. I'm a functioning human adult. The gamer's rated M for mature. I can fucking read. I don't need to have the story told to me every fucking turn. It's like,
going back to Fallout.
I don't mind reading. Bring back reading. I don't want to fucking have to play a text-based adventure in order to get like immersed. Like it's frustrating.
Yeah.
Like the shitty dialogue reads or script reads, where it just sounds off. Like they clearly read something in a tone that was meant to be sarcastic, but it doesn't come off of that. So basically, all of Mass Effect Andromeda.
But what is that?
Just shitty voice acting.
So Mass Effect Andromeda.
It just totally breaks it and makes it unplayable.
It does. Like, okay, Uncharted.
It's cringy almost.
The Uncharted series. Very great flowy dialogue.
Yeah.
But I mean, I get it because it's not an RPG. But why? I mean, I get it because RPGs, you have to have that sense where you have to be able to press A to skip dialogue. So you have to have that. You can't have that overlap. Whereas, like, you can't have me and you talking at the same time and you interrupt me while I'm talking. It's just impossible in RPGs because you have to be able to press A to skip it. And I get it, but I feel like they should just bite the bullet and be like, okay, you can't skip the dialogue, but where the dialogue's a lot more fluid, and you're able to talk in like the Uncharted way. Like that's why Uncharted got so many awards, because the voice acting was so great.
Yeah.
But no, like voice acting is still sticking to the whole line, next line, dot dot dot, pause, that cliche pause, next line. Like,
Yeah, it's just very like.
it sucks.
And like, you're either gonna have a game that flows cinematically like Uncharted or Last of Us, whereas those are cinematic games.
Cinematic games, yeah.
Yeah.
Or as Oblivion or Skyrim, where you're talking.
Those are all about the gameplay and the
they're like,
immersive feeling.
Oh, well then you were going to this chapel where. And then it pauses. Then the next person talks.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm interrupting you, and let's go over here. It's just like.
Right.
I think we got way off topic here.
That's how we go.
Topic, Brian.
It goes off topic, but like an hour and a half off topic is an hour and a half off topic.
What the fuck does that even mean?
You know what I'm saying?
No.
So,
That's why I just asked.
female superheroes.
Bringing it back. It all comes full circle.
It's a good thing in cinema right now. Like, no.
Right now, we're going on topic?
Yeah, right.
Oh, I'm remaining on topic from all the way from the beginning.
Well, I guess. No, the beginning was Beerfest.
Oh,
and then you went, no, Black Panther.
Beginning was like Wonder Woman, what I remember, but I'm fucked up, I guess.
Yeah, you guess so.
So, and I, oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
The actress who plays Wonder Woman, A+. But we need positive female role models.
Okay, can you think of any, Carlos, what's a positive female role model from your childhood? They can think of, like, that chick kicked ass.
Tell me with your penis, positive female role models.
You're smart enough to identify a positive female role model in your life.
The Barbie doll.
Come on.
Oh my God.
I'm being serious.
Really?
If you put a gun to my head and asked me, I would say the Barbie doll.
Alright, so.
All right,
Or
you're
the
out.
Bratz doll, then.
What? That's the complete opposite.
So thank you for joining us on this crazy adventure.
Okay, fine. If I had to say a movie...
Any character. Anything from movie, video game, comic book.
Can I say Black Widow?
No.
Can I say Wonder Woman?
No. Damn it, Carlos.
Thank you for joining us for Common Loot. We just looted some common bullshit.
What the fuck? You wrapping it up? I don't think you have the authority, man. You're a guest.
I'm wrapping it up because you guys are fucking wasted and talking about bullshit.
Brian, you're fired.
But thank you.
This has been a Common Loot episode.
No, it's not been a Common Loot episode. This has been a...
This has been a shit show.
This has been a shit shoot episode. That's pretty fucking common for us.
Okay,
podcast.
Thank you for joining us.
I hope you like the
Thank you for joining us. Don't mind the racist bastard, Brian.
Watch Wonder Woman, I guess, if you haven't.
-3 strength.
No.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Thank you for joining us.
Nice.
I'll edit out Brian completely.
Would you?
You'll never be allowed in this
immensely
podcast. All right. Thank you.